is the third player. We already know that Arkin and Urusai are two monsters, but they need a backup. They need a third player to get the scores that they need to beat Malaysia, because Malaysia is not a team that will have that issue. All of the players in Malaysian side have different specializations. They can do whatever they pick. It's fine for them. They can afford to have 3 players on each map, which is something that Chile cannot. So they really need the Mido on best shape possible. And Walter Toro has to be there for the SB maps if they end up picking them.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, this by far, for me, has been my favorite map pool. The variance from start to finish, this entire pool, it can go any way with any 2 team pairings because there's such strong polarization in maps on one end and on the other end, and then there's a whole just myriad of maps that have multiple tests where every map is risky to pick, and it's so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, you pretty much have like 2 maps that are not risky if you're better than the other team, and those are like Rave 7 and Chinese Restaurant. Like,
pretty much.
Everything else is just risky. Like, as you can see, She Runs and Summoned Beast Battle are pretty much ignored every single time. Those are probably the picks that no one wants to make.
Yeah, they're not bad enough to ban, but they're basically the last resort where we're in trouble, we need something to happen now kind of picks.
Yeah, those maps are those kind of maps that you pick at the end. Like if you're like 4-3, 3-4, and you need something else, you run out of picks.
Something that just came to my mind here, where is Urusai?
We already know how he does. Actually, the mid is playing with the wrong scroll speed. I hope that doesn't happen in the actual match, because it did happen already in the group stages.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
This is a good way to warm your eyes up to that density, man. Try to read it through. This is how you become the makings of a great flashlight player. Learn to read super, super slow.
I couldn't do it. That looks painful. That looks incredibly painful.
I'm worried about Walter though. I don't see him playing. I'm not sure about you.
Here's a fun question actually. Can you pick a map from the map pool for the warm-up?
Nope, you can't. Like, imagine this situation. I talked with Halogen before the matches, and we were like, well, I want to pick Foolish Hero, for example, as a warm-up. But here's the thing. If you pick a map that is on the pool, you have some information about how the other team performs on it, so that can lead into some strategic banning, and that's unfair. So it's not allowed to pick maps of the pool as warm-up. You can pick maps of the semifinals, round of 16 pool if you are playing right now, or even the group stages ones. There's no problem with that, but you cannot pick maps that are in the actual pool.
But there is nothing against picking a chart that is of the same song, as long as it's not the chart used in the pool.
You can pick like Playtime MX difficulty instead of the super crazy one.
Yeah.
It will probably still be a little like, come on man, you can pick something better, but you can do it.
Dimitri holding that beautiful 28% accuracy.
Well, I'm talking with him on PM, and he's saying that he was practicing flashlight, so he forgot to change his scroll speed.
Oh goodness. Is that why he's just not... Is he responding to you and that's why he's having these giant miss sections? Oh no. It looks like we lost a wand. And there's a wand back.
Wand crystal forever disappearing.
Yep.
It is
too. fantastic performance right now with 30%. Just absolutely exemplary.
I think I can read that scroll speed. I will probably have low accuracy, but I think I can play that.
Yeah, what is that, like 12, 11?
That's
You look
probably 13.
You look over at Chiax Hong's screen and scroll speed and Kryolin's scroll speed, and then you see why Demi2's having so many problems. As most of the other players, even Arcaner, it's whizzing right by. And that's what we were talking about earlier when it comes to like experience. As you continue to play, your reading will get better. But as your reading gets better, you'll start to speed it up a bit more, so it makes more sense and it becomes less dense, and it's easier to. And there's a fail.
Guys, key information there for the Chile team. Malaysia is lacking in stamina. Assuming that they actually warmed up before the match as well. Most teams like to give themselves a little bit of time before actually the match actually happens. But Malaysia started to struggle at the end of that.
Yeah, definitely stamina is one of the weak points for Malaysia. I'm pretty sure that Krioling is not the best. When it comes to jump stream though, he's more like a long no player. But what I want to point out as well about Malaysia, I'm surprised that Law is not playing this warm-up. That was pretty good for him, I will say.
Yeah, is Law even here? That could be a huge difference in the result of this match here, because I would figure Law would be doing some of the more consistent maps.
Alright, so that was the warm-up for Chile. I wonder what Malaysia will pick. Grief and Malice! Oh, flashbacks of 2015.
Where's Eddie when you need him?
There we go. The more I play this map, the harder time I have. Like, I'm starting to mind block this. I played this map so many times already, like, it kind of reminds me of those jump streets that I started playing. That I played them so much that I don't enjoy them anymore. This one though is an exception of that rule. I really like this map for some reason. I don't really know why I never get tired of this. But let's see how Chile performs on this one. Same for Malaysia though, but since it is his warm-up and they already played this last year.
Yeah, we could probably expect them to do quite a bit better. Cryolium. What would happen if I clicked the start game button right now? It would do
Probably getting out of the room.
it would do nothing because you'd be kicked.
There we go. You know, I'm really surprised about this warm-up by Malaysia. I was expecting True Millennium Queen.
That's right.
Oh, seems like Watertor is having big issues when it comes to map loading for some reason.
That's not good. Hopefully we don't see those similar issues for the actual match. Seems like the map's not going to load on my end here. Whoops.
Kaname-san is having big accuracy issues here with this map for some reason. I mean, Kaname-san is not the best accuracy player on the Malaysian side for sure, but he is really consistent. He is really good when it comes to combo holding. but ratio-wise and accuracy-wise, he's not as good as their teammates. He will probably be used for picks like Rape 7 or picks like the Gravity Climax, I will say.
Speedier picks, basically.
Yeah. Because he can keep up that. He will struggle a bit of accuracy, but he will probably be able to combo. Oh my god, look at that break, as I say it.
The curse is real.
There we go, a little bit of a dense part of the song here. Arcaner is still holding 99.92, really good accuracy, but him, we will have to see on the burst section, the jump thrills here. Well done, only 1 to 100.
Since you're able to see the game, you probably can't see the chat right now, and since I'm having a little bit of issues here, I can actually
Yeah,
say
I'm
that.
reading it.
Oh, you can. Okay, so yeah, confirming that Urusai will be showing up after this warm-up. So that's good.
Oh, that was a miss from Demito right at the end. This dot is cursed by me. But anyways, the map is almost over here, so we should see the rolls pretty soon. Like obviously this will go in favor of Malaysia, like 3 versus 2 in Mania is impossible to win unless someone fails.
Pretty much.
But overall, nice performance there by Arcaner, only 7 200s and a solid ratio. Probably not the best of a ratio, but decent enough to be the best one on the table here. Kanami-san with a 98.56, a little bit behind in comparison to everyone else. But anyways, with that being said, Griff and Malice, second war already done, and now it's time for rolls. Let's see who wins this one and takes the first pick.
While we're waiting, what do you think the bans are going to be on both sides? I almost 100% feel like Chile is going to ban Foolish Hero. I don't even think there's going to be a second thought.
Yeah, there's no way they don't ban Foolish Hero.
They're not a team that even likes to consider SVs.
Yeah, like even in long notes they are not that bad. Like I will say that Urusai is really good at long notes.
He's improved a
I'm
lot.
not sure in B2, but they should be fine on long notes. Probably Malaysia has the advantage anyways, but Foolish Hero is definitely a trouble for them. They cannot afford to leave that empty, like open to pick. For Malaysia though, it's harder to tell. Probably Rave 7 will be their bans because it's really fast and Urusai can probably destroy that file without too many issues. If not, I will go for something like Palette Gamma as a ban. I wouldn't be surprised to see that either way.
Yeah, the Chile would rock straight hard rock on that, and their accuracies would certainly beat out anything that Malaysia would be able to do.
I will say that the Mito will go Flashlight for Palette Gamma, but we have to see. Since he was training with a low scroll speed, I wouldn't be surprised if he cannot keep up with the density without a visual mod.
Fair enough.
But anyways, Arcaner and Urusai should be able to destroy the map with Hard Rock. But there we go, Cryolane leaving the room. Same with Walter Toro.
Cryolian, roll please. Exit room.
Oh, nice roll, my friend. He's learning from me.
Oh, jeez. RF rolls a 3.
I think I still have the worst roll of the whole tournament. No one can beat me on that.
It's still gonna hurt.
36 for Kaname-san, so Chile will be making the first ban.
You say they will be the first one banning Foolish Hero?
Yeah. It's there's not even gonna be a second thought, I'd imagine. Unless by some miracle they've practiced, or they just don't know the map, and that would be actually quite funny.
That would be really funny.
But yeah, I do not see Chile.
Oh man, he's thinking about it.
Oh no.
Oh no, Arcaner, don't do it.
There it
Yes,
is. Okay.
they got it.
Foolish Hero taking the ban for Chile. Malaysia, on the other hand, what can we expect from them? Probably the pure speed pick, either Rave 7 or Palette Gamma. Maybe.
If they ban the fruit defendo, I will be sad, but I don't think they will.
No, I think that just off of information from watching the previous Chile team, we know that they're not always the most prepared, and it looks like Malaysia is going to go with the ban on Rave 7.
I think Race 7 has been banned on every single match so far, right?
Yeah, it's definitely been avoided for sure, and banned. Yeah, I think we've had Rave 7 bans everywhere.
So yeah, Race 7 knocked out of the way, still 100% ban rating possible.
Yeah, Foolish Hero still is not 100% banned, right? It was not banned last match, was it?
Nope, it wasn't.
The fruit defendo got banned out instead.
Right.
Alright, let's see what Malaysia will end up picking first. I will say Chinese restaurant, but
And you
yeah,
would be right.
There we go.
Chinese restaurant. Okay, this is kind of interesting because Rave 7 has always been banned out, and then Chinese restaurant has always been picked up really early by the same team that bans it out.
Well, it makes sense because if you ban Race 7, it means you're weak at speed and you're strong at long nose usually. So Chinese restaurant is usually your best chance against a speed-oriented team.
It's by virtue of the maps literally being on as far opposite of the spectrum as you can. I mean, Chinese Restaurant is a mid-speed song that's trivial in terms of speed and stamina, but the long notes are ridiculously hard on V2. Whereas Rave 7 is extremely trivial on long notes, but it's so rough on speed that, you know, it makes sense.
Like, yeah, I mean, if Rave 7 or Chinese restaurant are open to pick, you can expect them to be first or second pick for sure. Like, as soon as the speed team makes a pick, there will be Rave 7, and as soon as the long note team gets the pick, it will be Chinese restaurant.
They're trying to get Cryolian back in from Malaysia, and I understand why. This is definitely a map that you want Cryolian to be in.
Definitely, like, long note is for sure his best ability. I wouldn't be surprised if Malaysia picks someone at Beast Battle. I would think that pick will be that one that will give them the edge against Chile if they run out of picks for some reason.
Interesting. Are you basically saying that's like a third-person target at Demi 2 on Summon Beast Battle?
Yeah, most likely.
I definitely understand.
I wouldn't be surprised if Demi2 goes normal than Summon a Beast Battle. Like, I think he should go with that if they pick it. Like, Summon a Beast Battle is not a joke.
No, definitely not. Really, really rough chart.
You should know better than anyone.
Yeah, I should. I was not happy to see it in the pool, let me tell you.
I can understand, don't worry.
Karma is very, very nice sometimes, let me tell you.
I'm sad that you did not play the warm-ups against us. I was expecting you to destroy my Noshu Shitsu with B2.
No, it probably wouldn't have happened. I'm not the greatest at your map, to be honest.
Long notes. Actually, short notes because they are not even that long.
Short LN.
But anyways, leaving that aside, Cryolian going with the hidden on the Chinese restaurant.
Oh man, that is crazy.
Let me tell you this, I saw him on the leaderboards with hidden as well, so that doesn't make a big surprise.
Gosh. That's something I definitely haven't gotten a grasp on.
I think he has like 1 or 2 ranks more than me on this song. It's
Demi
really
2 and
funny.
Uchiha trading drops early on.
The Mito's having a huge accuracy issues here, and that will give a really good boost to Malaysia in terms of scoring. Difference is pretty big at the moment, but since the structure of the map, this can go anywhere at the end. Arcanum finding a miss for Chile though, not going to help at all.
Something worth noting here that Score V2 certainly playing its role here. Malaysia's accuracy in general, well, the 2 players that are front-running on Malaysia are definitely below the 2 that were front-running for Chile, but score gap's certainly in their favor because they are not breaking on the long notes. Not to mention Demi2, of course, being down to 96%. Certainly that doesn't help the cause.
Yeah, this is the point when you can recover a bit of your accuracy, but this long nose are once again being a pain for most of the players. Malaysia is not dropping accuracy though, it's most a matter of Chile being able to keep up, and even Arcaner is having issues here. Urusai is doing a really good job, but dropping big accuracy as well. The SBs are not taking anyone, but Demido is just so much behind right now. Urusai with the full combo dropping that as well, and I don't think Malaysia will lose this one by any means. The difference is just insanely big at the moment.
Explosive finding a miss in this section, but with how large the score gap is, it would take an absolute meltdown collapse for Malaysia to even have a shot at losing at this point. They're up by 200,000 points. Chile is not getting their bearings on the long notes at all.
Yeah, a fail is the only chance for them, but it will not happen. Demido not being able to keep the S rank on this one. So really big deal here for Chile. They have to watch out on the long note picks.
Fantastic ratio over there by Urusai. Despite having a 99-20, his regular 300 count is something to definitely take a look at there. Under 300 regular 300s.
Yep, really nice job. I think he had a... Nope, he doesn't. Ochihax is the one holding the best score on the room, but Urusai being just a little bit behind in comparison.
Cryolian. Oh, wait. Malaysia actually won the roll? Yeah, you did. Because Chile decided to roll a 3.
Still not worse than me.
Okay,
I rolled a 2, man.
To be fair, I don't think they decided to roll a 3.
Man, if I could manipulate my own rolls, I would probably lose them all. It would be fun.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to roll a 100. No, I said 100, not 1.
Well, technically, if you're rolling hundreds and if you roll a 1, that's fine.
Shoot. Alright, Chile looking like they're going to go with Palette Gamma.
As I told you.
Very, very obvious pick here, but something worth noting again, we need to pay close attention to Demi 2 here. Because this difficulty may be a little too high for them to do Hard Rock on. I'm not 100% sure about that. Whereas Malaysia could probably rock 3 Hard Rocks at the minimum.
Here's another fun stat.
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier I was talking about how Rave 7 team that bans out Rave 7 then picks Chinese restaurant. The other team will then pick up Pellet Gamma.
Just a consistent trend. That's interesting.
Yep, so if we look at Canada, Australia banned Rave 7 then picked Chinese restaurant, to which Canada picked up Pellet Gamma. Indonesia, UK. Indonesia banned out Rave 7, picked up Chinese restaurant. UK picks Pellet Gamma.
And
Same thing in this match.
It makes perfect sense because with regards to speed, Palette Gamma is unquestionably the lowest risk of the pool when it comes to speed because it's just basic streams. It's constant. There's nothing to really interrupt that flow. So if you're playing well, you're going to do fine. There's nothing to really get in your way.
Yeah, but honestly, I think a better pick for Chile to open was Gypsy gets the tag, and I will never get that name properly pronounced in the first try.
Quite all right. But yeah, and I agree with that as well. They're putting a lot of risk on Demi 2's ability here. We already know that Arcaner and Urusai are going to hard rock this and do very well at this because they are primarily speed stamina players. That's their, that's their rodeo. That's what they're good at. But Demi 2, on the other hand, we're going to have to see how well they perform and whether or not they're going to be performing well enough to actually want to pick hard rock.
He will go just with Flashlight. Like, Demido can read Flashlight. I remember that because he played the finals of the Spanish tournament of Mania against Urusai and myself, and he was playing Flashlight again. Same
Interesting.
with me. And it was not that bad. He got really good scores on Flashlight in really hard stuff. So this cannot... I mean, this can be the chance that he has. And there you have it. Flashlight for Demido and Seiren as well.
We have an even split. 2 hard rocks and 1 flashlight on both teams here. This is going to be 3 different one-on-one battles, and it's very much going to come down to the number 3 player to determine whether or not Chile is going to win.
Hard rock once again. And like I said, we don't have Loh here. That's a good point for Chile. They have to keep that in mind. Loh was probably one of the players that they wanted to have here for this particular map.
Seiren finding an early drop, and Demi 2, despite having a really, really bad start, seems to be catching up, and Seiren's actually having problems. The lead is going to very, very quickly shift in Chile's favor, and we've already gotten through a third of the map with Chile
What are
having
you
about
doing, Urusai?
8,000 points. Yeah, and Urusai with the double S still.
Krieling is really behind though. That's the main reason because Malaysia is so much behind at the moment. Because Seiren, despite the misses, he's holding a really good accuracy, like 99%.
He's actually the
Demito's
best
actually
on the
doing really
team.
well. Demito is catching up so well right now, doing a really good job. Same for Seiren, getting the accuracy up. But Krieling building his combo back might be a threat for Chile, although they are so much on the lead right now with the accuracy from Arkanen and Urusai, even though with the miss.
Those two drops by Creolian and Seiren absolutely sealing the deal there, and that is a 1-1 result now. Chile winning on their own pick, so everything equalized still. Nothing has really changed.
Yep, and as you can see, Demito breaking the 1,000,000-point mark. That's a really good thing for him. Krieling a little bit behind with 980,000. I wonder if he will do better without the hard rock on that. Anyways, it wouldn't change too much. The score difference was pretty big by that moment. So now it's time for Malaysia to select something. And I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being the Fruit Defendu.
Fruit Defendu would be an absolute killer for Chile. I expect them to get absolutely decimated by that pick. That pick goes very well for Malaysia, in my opinion. And there it is, just like we'd expect. Le Fruit Defendu for Malaysia. This is going to be very, very difficult for Chile to contend with.
Accuracy-wise, yep.
I'm going to guess then it'll come as no surprise to you that every single team that's picked Le Fruit Defendu has not picked Pelican.
Yeah, again, it makes sense. It's just, this is a very long no primary pick. Although here's the thing, Le Fruit Defendu is a little bit more pushy on speed. There are some bursts, just a couple of one-handed trills,
one-hand trill.
200 plus. So a little bit more risky of a long note pick for sure, but there's also the killer SV changes that unprepared players would get absolutely destroyed on. We saw it happen on the Canadian team by all three players, not all three players, Himpopo and Ashix, just not knowing or not being able to handle that, and that gave Australia the win there.
This is the point when I think we reach a critical pick. So early into the match, we already have a critical pick here. The Fruit Defendu favors Malaysia probably only because of the SVs, because speed-wise and accuracy-wise, Chile has an advantage here on this map. It will be a matter of how bad they struggle on the SVs if they ever do. Because if they don't...
Man. Look at the chat, Demi2 mentioning his concern about the SVs. And I like what Urusai says, just follow the rhythm, see el ritmo, just keep going. You know, it's not that hard if you know.
Yeah, the SVs here are not that challenging, but if you don't see them coming, you get absolutely destroyed.
They're so simple, yet they're so deadly if you're unaware.
Yep. And this is probably too fast for Walter Toro to join here, because I'm pretty sure he can do the SVs here pretty well, but the problem is the rest of the map is too difficult for him probably. And with Foolish Hero being banned, he probably will not play at all for this match. And there we go, time to start.
Interesting discussion there. It seemed like Cryolian is a little frustrated with the way the picks are going right now. Apparently there was some previous discussion about how the match was going to be run, and it's being deviated from based off of that tone there. I wonder what's going on. In any case, it does seem to be working. You know, there haven't been any breakpoints yet, so we'll have to see what happens.
Alright, there we go with the SV hashtag long note.
Demi2 finding an early break.
Yeah, that's not going to help, but his accuracy is quite well though anyways.
Oh boy.
The breaks, man, the breaks are real. Arkanen having issues with the short long nose as well, and this is not looking good for Chile. If they struggle before the SVs, they will have a really hard time to recover on that, because they need Malaysia to break now, and I don't think they will break at all until the SV section if someone didn't practice. Seiren finding a method on the Jack section and the one-hand trail as well.
Seiren's having a little bit of difficulty holding combo there, and that could be the potential hole that Chile can exploit to get back into this match here, but it's going to be dependent on whether or not Chile knows the SVs, because if they don't, that score gap's going to get huge. Right now, it's sitting at about 50k. Let's take a look here, because here's where the SVs are.
Yeah, Arkner is falling a little bit behind.
And there you have it.
Nice job by Urusai keeping up there. Same for Grioling and Uchihaks, but the score gap is just immense at this moment. You can see that. 60, 80,000 points.
Oh, all the players having issues with that second round of SVs, though, and that actually helped to close the damage that happened on the first set of SVs there. And the rest of this map is very pushy physically, so this is going to give Chile the potential to come back as long as they hold on to those long notes.
Isn't too much left though. Oh, Krillin with the miss over there on the long note. That's not going to help. But still, I don't think they have enough time to recover here. The miss from Argonaut is probably sealing the deal. You can check the accuracy from him. It's not as he used to have. And that will seal the deal in favor of Malaysia. 100,000 points of difference.
A little under 100k there. We see like a difference of about 85,000. And it was interesting because before those first SVs, the gap was about 60k, and Chile's faltering on them brought it to about 75k. But when all of the players bombed that last round of SVs, it basically nullified that damage. And Arcaner immediately going to the strength now. I think this is a good time to do it. Using Gypsy gets the tech here.
I like how everyone picks the kek instead of the tech. Like, there's no reason to say tech.
Gypsy
the tech
gets
choice.
the
Kek. So what can we say after this one? If Chile managed to win this one, they will probably be in a really good spot, I will say, because Malaysia is slowly running out of picks here, and Chile still has G-Runs, still has the Praviti Climax. They still have Ikasama life game in a really hard situation if they want. But for Malaysia, with the Fruit Defender being knocked out already and China's Restaurant as well, Foolish Hero being banned, they pretty much doesn't have too much left. They have like Ultimate Ascension and Playtime as
They
potential.
also could take a risk with Lindworm as well.
Yeah, that's true, but I think that might not work out that well. Probably it will be a good target to Demito, because he might not be strong enough to keep up with that. Summoner Beats Battle sounds like a better pick in my opinion for Malaysia, because Demito might just try to do something with Moz and end up being his nemesis.
That's true.
But he doesn't. Urusai and Arcaner can probably take down Summoner Beats Battle without big impacts on the scores.
Quick little question here regarding different games here. I'm sure you've heard of SDO, right? Super Dancer Online. I'm not sure if that's.
I think I did. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the Malaysia only game, but I know that their charts are really heavy layering, and that could potentially play to their strengths too when considering Lindworm.
What the word? Explosive is playing 7-key Griffin Malice now? What the? What is going on right now? What?
Oh,
How does
gee.
that even work?
I have a question.
Sure.
What?
He's even playing Stanon at the same time. You can see the cursor moving.
I have nothing going on
What?
here.
Nice job, tournament client. You
I
did
did.
it once again.
I guess his
Panic actually
screen
fixed it for me, thankfully.
exploded.
Oh,
For
man.
once, a
Welcome
picnic
to this.
actually worked.
It worked for me as well. For once, 7-key World Cup. We have to wait a little bit longer though, guys. Wait for January and we'll have it. Don't worry.
Alright, cool. Looks like there was a picnic on the stream as well, so we are all good.
Split-handed jump trolls here. We gotta pay attention to the weakest players on both teams. Demi2 and Seiren. We're gonna be watching them for breaks here.
Seiren is only 100% though. I don't see him being that weak.
He
Oh,
seems
jinx.
to be good at this this particular kind of file, which is good.
Oh, explosive bomb in that section.
12,000 points favor here, but this song is going to pick up pace, and this is where we're going to have to watch, because we can see the primary two players are probably going to do well on both teams here. We're going to need Explosive to step up their game, otherwise this could be bad for Malaysia here.
He's
And this
really
is a
behind in
huge-
accuracy.
This is a huge deal if Malaysia can actually pull this point out, because if it becomes 3-1, they've got 2 comfortable picks that they can go for, and that puts them in a potentially great situation here. They need to give it everything they have on the last part of this song and try to just isolate Demi2 might be getting a little tired there. His hit concentration opening up. Watch out. That lead is getting smaller, and the speed's getting faster. Here we go. Demi2 seems to have found his bearings after that break, but he's getting 200s.
Oh my god, this is flickering. Malaysia might be able to take it. Demi2 with another drop. And that might be the point that leads for Malaysia. Oh, Cheech has an explosive with the end, but Demi2's still bombing it. And it gets too close. 5,000 points of difference.
5K points. They escape by the skin of their teeth. Urusai with an 86-300 ratio. What? Oh, what a huge time to carry right there. That was absolutely incredible.
What is that ratio? Urusai?
Ooh, boy, that was a heart attack inducing right there. That was a heart attack inducing run. That was absolutely amazing. Malaysia tried so hard to close out that ending, and had that ending gone maybe 1 or 2 measures longer, Chile would not have won that match.
Yep, that was absolutely close. Like, probably the closer match we had so far. I think Chinese restaurant for Australia and Canada was a little bit closer than this, but still, this was a hard attack for Chile. I can definitely see them out-tabbing into the multiplayer link to see who won that one.
5,396 points.
Yeah, and worth noting that coming into that ending, Chile had about 30,000 points of advantage. So this goes to kind of highlight that their team is not equipped as well as it needs to be to go the long haul when it comes to some of these maps.
Speaking of maps, we have Z-Drop.
Yo!
Z-Trot, welcome back.
Hello, map. I'm in C-Trot.
He's the map.
Well, he's made lots of maps, so it wasn't a bad segue per se.
Oh, yes, it was. It was the worst. Anyways, this is a very exciting match. Luckily, I was able to throw it up on my phone, so I didn't miss anything. I just was not able to speak. But very nice play from Chile to be able to pull that back 2-all now. And the battle will continue.
Yep, playtime is going to be the pick for Malaysia, and this is probably the riskier long no pick that they have available. I can definitely see Urusai struggling with this one though. I feel that he will have some issues with the jacks, because holding while jacking is a thing that he is not really comfortable with. But I can see Arcaner performing well on this one. The question will be...
This was a Malaysia pick, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
Why is not surprising you, I wonder?
I'm noticing so many headers now. Everyone who picks Chinese restaurant will pick Playtime and ban out Brave 7, and the other team will then pick Talent Gamma.
That just makes a lot of sense, man. Like, if you're picking your strength map...
Every single map!
Statistic madness, but hey, this is a crucial point for both teams. Once again, with Gipsy being the crucial point for Chile, this is the crucial point for Malaysia. I don't see the Mido having a good time with the jacks here as well, but it will be a matter of how good the Malaysian team can hold, because Krillin is really good at long nodes, but jacking can definitely be a thing. I remember him having issues with Apollon last year, so that's the thing to point out. The char here is not really that different compared to Apollon jacks.
Oh, no.
So
Ryolean with an early miss.
Yep, there you have it.
We're going to actually get into the first verse of the song here, and this is where the patterns get a little bit trickier. You start seeing those 3-note jacks come into the picture here. We're going to have to watch for combo breaks here.
Arcaner is destroying the jacks with no issues. Demi2 and Seiren finding misses at the exact same spot. Krillin nullifying the damage a little bit though, but
Demi2's accuracy
is so much
is
behind.
taking severe hits here. He's just falling. He is free falling. He's getting in the lower 97s. He's going to get a little bit of a chance to recover here. And this section is going to be good for Chile's accuracy to help close the score gap a little bit, but it's not going to be a lot.
Krillin with a miss on one of the simpler sections of the map, Seiren as well, and scores are getting closer now. Chile might have the chance to take it back. Chihak is doing fantastic here. Look at that accuracy.
Wow, 9970 breaks into the transition, and look at the score gap. It is less than 10,000 points coming into the end here. Demi2 needs to shape up, otherwise Chile will lose this pick here.
They still have the chance though. Score difference is not that big. It's around 10,000 points, and it's a really short league in this kind of maps. As you can see, breaks are likely to happen at any single point.
Just to take into note here, there are 3 players with Malaysia having a 99%, and then only 2 on Chile with Demi2 having a 97, and yet Malaysia has only about a 15,000 point lead. Udusai needs to hold on to that combo, otherwise it is going to be a big deal.
Yeah, but as
Definitely.
Demi2 slips deeper and deeper into the accuracy pit, and Krylin actually seeing a miss as well, it's going to be hard for Chile to come back. But then we do also see a drop from Saren as well. so-
Udusai!
The Udusai drop is all going to seal the deal here. Chile
yeah.
just struggling to hold combo, and I mean, the other players on Malaysia doing fantastic. Uchiha still at 99.64. That is ridiculous on this map. Taking a little bit of a hit there, but that hit is going to be nothing but trivial here at this point.
Oh, I wouldn't be that sure though. Saren and Krillin finding misses over there on the burst. Dropping combo for Demi to score difference is not that big, but the map is just almost over. I don't see Chile taking this one. Another miss from Urusai, and that's probably it.
I can watch on these little mini inverse patterns here, but they're not too bad. There's a little bit of some walling here, but very simple. And Malaysia winning on their own pick. There have not been any breakpoints on this match yet.
Yeah, this is a ping pong game. You have the service, you win. You have the map pick, you never lose. So here is the pressure for Chile. Chile needs to win their own now.
And Chile going with, he initially signaled Depravity Climax, but I'm not sure if he's... Oh, they're switching to Summon Beast
Yep.
Battle.
Summon Beast Battle, and this is the point when I thought that Chile will not make this pick. I thought they will go for Climax, honestly. But this one is the riskiest pick that they could ever afford to do, in my opinion.
This is something that you and I had considered Malaysia picking, right?
Yep. As you can see, the meter's asking to play Climax instead, but it's too late already. The decision has been made. Arcaner decided to go for Summoned Beast Battle, and the more I think about this pick, the more I think Chile might have an advantage here, because the long nodes on the Hard Rock are probably going to be hard for Malaysia. I wouldn't be surprised if we see no more plays here.
Oh,
Is this
definitely.
a Final Fantasy song?
Absolutely. It's a Final Fantasy remix of the Summon Beast theme when Yuna releases her Aeons.
I
Final
can kind of,
Fantasy X.
I can kind of hear a bit of the Hymn of the Faith in there.
Yep.
Yep.
That's kind of what tipped me off. Otherwise, I would have had no idea.
Yep.
We have 3 fans of Final Fantasy X over here.
Oh,
I'm not sure about
absolutely.
Citron. We have 4. Yeah, we have 4.
Yeah, I mean,
Detroit's in like a love-hate relationship.
I
with
have
this game, though.
I have a love-hate, yes, because when I was younger and it first came out, I was told that the final battle would be absolutely impossible. So I actually put like 300, 400 hours into that game and maxed out your grid before I even went through the final boss. And I went and got all
One-shot
the ultimate weapons, unlocked all the limits, and one-shotted everything but the Magus Sisters. Those are the only things I could not one-shot.
Oh, so you went through did you play the international version and do all the Dark Aeons too?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I remember when I got to face the Ice Dark Aeon without knowing it, and I was like, oh shit, I'm dead.
I went into Dark Ifra, I'm like, oh, this is not going to end well. So I'm kind of like, I'm probably going to lose this anyway. I'll just give like a ton of gold to my Samurai Third and see what happens.
I still
Okay.
remember. I'm looking around because I'm getting Orin's legendary weapons. I'm sitting in Mushroom Rock, and it's like, oh, there's the Dark Mega Sisters, and I'm dead. Oh, wow, look at this here. So we've got Flashlight and then 2 hard. Yeah, this is 2 hard rocks and a flashlight versus 2 hard rocks and a Nomad. This is a little bit of an interesting situation here because Malaysia has an inherent point advantage, but it's going to be very much dependent on how well Saren can do on this map.
Definitely,
he's the
Saren
hands
is
of
going
that.
to be the key player here.
Chiax Hong actually seeing a little bit of an early miss there. I mean, I guess if you're going to get a miss, get it early and get it out your system.
Actually, with Scooby-Doo, it's better to have it at the end, even if it
Ooh.
sounds weird. They
Well,
hurt the later you get them. If you get it like at the really end, it wouldn't hurt too much. But if you get it at the early, it will be the same thing as in the middle.
I'll just announce this now. Halogen, put backgrounds in your maps. Yes, I know. I forgot to put a background. I'm sorry.
I was about to say that. You stole my words. But hey, Chile is on the lead, even with the Nomad here.
Got to be careful here. These staccato long notes are really difficult on hard rock, and an overhold is possible to break combo if you like are not careful in the breaks of the melody.
Urusai dropping 100% over there, and Krillin is just so much behind on hard rock. Like I said, it was more of a normal pick. I think Krillin will be better with the normal here, or with the hidden only. That was a wrong choice in my opinion by Krillin. As you can see, 96%, and we're not even entering the hard section already.
Here we go. We got dual reading
this.
here. Dual reading on long notes. You got to pay attention to both the longer long notes and the shorter ones that invade as triples here. It's
Climax
really
of
tough.
this song is just amazing. This is so fitting.
I'm glad you like it.
Then you
Chile
go
amassing
Arcaner.
huge lead right now.
Yeah, Krillin is so much behind right here, and I'm not surprised at honestly. This is a really hard map with hard rock. Actually, I'm really surprised about Seiring doing that well with Flashlight. Look at that full combo.
Yeah, this chart is not conducive for flashlight play at all. It is so hard to do.
Urusai is also doing a fantastic job there, 99.24%, but Demito is doing actually better on accuracy, even though he's on normal. This is quite impressive miss for Urusai, but the score gap is just so big that I don't think Malaysia has a chance to win this one, and at the end, this pick for Chile, it's going to be a brilliant one.
Yeah, what seemed to be very risky ended up being a very good one here. Demi2 picking Nomad was actually probably the smartest thing that Chile could have done there at the loss of pick, or at the loss of points, because he actually managed to 99 the map.
And that
He
is
gets
going
a
to
better
bring
score
this
than Krillin.
to 3-all. This is looking like a potential tiebreaker bout, guys.
Oh, let it happen. I want to see it played. I want to see it played so bad.
We did not
Oh,
get to see the
man.
tiebreaker last week, so we have to make up for it. Come on, Chile, you can do it. Chile is the tiebreaker team.
That's actually true.
They
That's right,
always
they had
go to
two
tiebreakers.
in group stage.
Chile is like the Taiwan of Mania World Cup.
Yeah. All right, so here we are. This
Just
is a
out of curiosity.
crucial. What's going on?
Ooh,
If that's
Ryoshi
the
Nomi.
Taiwan, if that's the Taiwan of the Mania World Cup, does that mean that you're going to curse them?
Oops. Sorry, Chile. That was part of my plan, but I was not planning to say it. Whoops.
I said it for you. You've doomed
Damn.
them.
This is the most important point of Malaysia's tournament so far.
If they lose this one, they are out probably of the tournament, I will say, because they need this one to force at least a tiebreaker. And remember, whoever loses this match will get knocked out, so chat, show the support for your own teams, and even more, get yourself your banners for these two teams if you're supporting this, because this is the moment where they need you the most. You can go to the All Store to get those banners into your
Sharpie.
profile.
Sharpie, I'm sorry. It's a great song, though. Come on now.
It's not a sellout.
This is Nat.
It's also.
Oh, it's definitely a sellout.
I won't lie. I would love to see it played. It would be so cool.
But
I like how just
that to
3
happen,
words. 3
Malaysia needs
words.
to win
and
this
I
one.
changed- Yeah, 3 words. I changed Detroit's entire opinion on this.
What?
He's like, oh, it's definitely not a sellout. It's a massive sellout.
So guys, let's take a quick glance at this map here. It's 3-3, Chile and Malaysia. We know that the map structure is very dense. There's a lot of chords, there's a lot of doubles everywhere. But then the back half of this has a long note jump stream and then some single note stream long notes that you have to hold for very long. Super easy to break there. So there's 2 parts of the map here that can go well for both sides of the teams, but you gotta wonder how well all of these players are going to handle the heavy layering. And that is going to be crucial, because if for any reason Demi2 cannot do the layering or the heavy layering in this chart, this is almost certainly a point for Malaysia right off the bat.
What the meter was saying before the map actually started, that he was not really happy with this pick for Malaysia. So we got to
have to
find
see.
out here. Not only the longness, but also the density can be a thing for Demito, and he is the player to watch right here. Malaysia needs to keep up as good as they can in the jacks, because otherwise they will not have enough time to recover on the long notes.
We also have to be careful too, because there are a couple of stream blips here that are very fast, and Uchiha actually making early break. That is really bad news. Demi2
Demi
having
though.
problems.
Accuracy-wise, he's behind though as well. Explosive is not doing really good either, but Demito is just struggling a lot here. You can see 96% already. giving the lead to Malaysia by quite a big amount.
We're going to see the density actually pick up even more than it had earlier. We're going to see just straight doubles after this section here.
Wouldn't be funny if Chile actually takes it back in the long nose section. That would be like mind-blowing.
Here we go, straight double stream here. Demi2 actually doing a good job here. Uchiha actually having trouble holding
Scores are
combo here.
flickering.
The score has moved to Chile right now, and they have that buffer. They're going to need it for the ending potentially here.
It is catching up
It is
really
very
well.
small.
Really nice job there by Demi2, honestly. Like, he's recovering so well right now. It's like 600 combo. Uchishax, even though with his accuracy,
The score cap is under
look at that score cap.
1,000 points.
Oh my god, the long nose will definitely be the challenge point here. If everyone can keep this up, this
Here
will
we
be decided
go.
by this part. And there you have it. Arkana dropping a bit of accuracy over there, but still not flicking. Demi2, just before the second part of long nose. Uchiha
Uchiha
now
dropping
finding a
the
big
trades.
miss. Still trading misses. Score
Oh my
difference is
gosh.
almost pointless. Look at that difference. It's just 4,000 points, and I don't think there are
This is
too many
right
logos
at the
remaining.
end here. No, it's just little bits of chords here. There's so little left.
Chile
Demi2 just
might
got to
take
hold
it.
on. He's tired.
Oh my god, Chile Mayen attempting taking it. Demi2 with an accuracy drop's not going to be enough, but that was a big drop over there at 100, and Malaysia will not be able to take it back. Look at that, 9,000 points of difference. Oh my god.
First break point of the match in a 3-3 situation. That is the absolute worst case scenario for Malaysia now, because Chile gets their pick on match point. Very, very good work overall by all three players. Their accuracy phenomenal by Urusai, actually managing to not
What
break
do you
either.
pick now? She-Runs is my call. Like, they have to go for She-Runs, in my opinion. The Pravity Climax is also a good pick because Demi2 asked it for you, and there you have it. But, oh my god.
This is huge. This is the last actual pick of this match, regardless of whether or not it goes to tiebreaker here. And did they actually pick it?
Yeah, they will
I
go
didn't
for the
see.
Pravity Climax. Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, okay. So Depravity Climax. So here it is. This is pretty bad news here for Malaysia. The only chance that Malaysia has here is that Chile manages massive chokes on those 1/3 jump streams. 1/3 streams of jumps, rather.
Jesus, this is so close. I mean, this map is, once again, it's on Demi2's hands, because we already know that Arkana or Urusai will probably destroy this bit map. It's a matter of how much can Demi2 hold on.
This is the true emphasis of relying on each other in a team here. Arkana and Urusai can do this very easily. Although we could see potential drops from either of those two if they make a mistake in reading, but overall their accuracy is going to be stupid high. Demi2, on the other hand, is going to need to do his best to not trail too far behind, and that's going to be crucial.
I'm gonna go out right and say it and say I still smell a tiebreaker. I feel like it can happen.
I hope you're right for multiple reasons. I mean, it would be awesome to see our first tiebreaker into quarterfinals, and it would just go to show that this map pool just plays so well to being really intense, and you know, it's gonna be great.
I can already feel how Malaysia feels. Like, this situation, if they lose this one, they are out of the tournament.
I wonder if this is the first tiebreaker we'll see that doesn't have a background.
I have a background for this
No,
one.
no. In like really crazy function, the tiebreaker actually has a background, which blew my mind.
I don't believe you.
As the person that sets up the map pool showcases, I am very aware that Halogen does not like BGs. Although I was very happy that Liber Fatale had a BG. That made me.
See, I was mentioning this when I was talking in Discord, how if I feel like a map has a high chance of being something decent, then I'll go out of my way and make a background to make sure that I commit myself to making the map. And that's what happened with Livery Fodley there.
Ah. Yeah, I used to be the same way. I wouldn't add a background unless I was for sure I was going to use it. And then I got to the point where I couldn't use the editor anymore without a background. It just felt weird. All right.
still waiting here. They're trying. Malaysia's trying to do everything they can to figure out their most optimized situation, and you cannot blame them in this situation because if they lose, they are out of the tournament.
So now it's tiebreaker or nothing.
Yep, that's it. This is the fight for the tournament life here.
You know what will be glorious? If this map is actually decided by the last trill.
Oh my god. Heart attacks.
That
Cardiac
trill,
arrest.
yeah, that trill is definitely insane. And I can see a lot of players dropping the accuracy if they end up entering that trill a little bit earlier or later.
Yep.
But anyways, let's see. With although Malaysia needs to win this map if they still want to have a chance to stay on the tournament here. Everyone managed to keep the 100% there, but the Mito and Explosive. And actually this map seems to favor the Mito quite a bit because structure-wise it's similar to the previous map where he actually performing not that bad.
We do see Krylin and Uchix Hong both dropping really early, which is unfortunate for Malaysia. Krylin also seeing another drop. There is a drop from Demi2, but Arcaner and Ursai are just destroying this accuracy-wise, and it's going to be really hard for Malaysia to pull this off. You're going to have to see Ursai drop, and I don't know if that's going to happen at this point.
Krilling is the person who is behind now, and that's not helping Malaysia at all. Demito is actually performing amazingly well, I will say. He's doing a really good job there with the 99.30.
Demi2 is having some problems with those 1/3 jump blasts there, and a miss there is going to help bring the score up a little closer. It's about 30,000 points with about 2/3 of the song to go. So Malaysia still has a chance here if Demi2's consistency starts to falter. Arcaner took a little bit of damage as well, down to 99.78, but Udusai, a massive wall of consistency, still holding the double S right now.
Imagine if he has a miss and 100%.
Yeah, and Udusai, a miss by Udusai would be really, really bad for Chile.
Don't think it would be that bad to change the difference right now. It will definitely hurt, but probably not that much. If he just misses, he needs an accuracy drop as well to tank his score a little bit. And Demito finding another one just before entering this section. Going to help definitely, but still they are quite far away.
Demi2's hit concentration is opening up a little bit. I'm wondering if he put a little bit too much into trying to hit those jumps.
Oh my
and
god.
There is a stream incoming, so he might have some problems here. There's going to be
Malaysia starting to catch up.
Yeah, Malaysia, the gap is closing a little bit. The other ones are finding their strike explosive, taking a drop.
Oh my god, Demito, it's all in your hands. You have the ticket to the semi-finals in your hands if you keep this up.
Last bit of jump glutes here. They're a little bit left-handed bias here. You have some bursts here as well. Cryolian is actually starting to catch up here. His combo is building. Everybody on the Malaysian team holding 99% explosive, making the drop finally.
A huge drop of accuracy, Cryolian as well. And this will be a point for Chile. I believe there's no more chances for Malaysia now.
Not too much time left here.
Bombs the end by a lot, but I don't think that will happen.
No, we've only got the ending trill left, and I don't think there's going to be enough in it for Malaysia to make any sort of comeback here. This is going to end in favor of Chile. And all of Chile's members coming in, right? Demi2 chopping it at the end, but not bad enough. They win by 120,000 points.
Oh my god,
that was insane. We will not see a tiebreaker, but Chile definitely taking that decisive victory by quite a large point margin, too.
Really nice job there by Chile, though. Demito deserves a lot of credit. He did absolutely fantastic on these last two maps, bringing Chile the third player that they needed to win this map. Although Malaysia doing a fantastic job as well, pulling out a really strong fight on every single map. Even in their ones, they were actually really unfavored. Like Gypsy gets the tag. Like, that was a really nice match, honestly. I cannot say anything more than that. Congrats to Chile to actually advancing into the semi-finals now, but sadly there has to be a loser in all match, and that time it will be Malaysia. So
yeah, Malaysia gave it their best, but unfortunately they are not going to go any further as they are being eliminated here and today. That being said, everyone, Malaysia gave it their best. Give them a round of applause in the Twitch chat. They tried their hardest. Very impressive plays all the way around. It could have went either way. Chile just managed to pull that a little bit further ahead. Very impressive play by them. That being said, guys, our next match, which will be happening in about 2 hours, will be Poland versus France, and that will be that'll be commencing at 1700 UTC. That's in roughly 2 hours from now. I do believe we're going to be taking a small break during this time, so no Q&A, unfortunately, but definitely stay tuned. Keep everything up to date. The wiki is down at the bottom if you want to check for match times and anything else. All the previous matches will be listed and updated there as time goes on. That being said, we'll be back in roughly 2 hours, guys, so don't go anywhere as the Mania World Cup 4Key 2016 coverage will continue.